Hello everybody, welcome back to the potting shed, and today I'm going to be looking at the Chinese money plant. I've had this plant for a couple of years, and as you can see it's producing lots of little babies from the roots below. So what I'm going to do today is basically take out the mother plant, which is the main plant, and I'm going to carefully detach the babies from around the base. Now the roots underneath, what we're going to do is try and get a little bit of root with each of the baby plants. I've got a penknife there, but the roots are quite brittle and you can pull them away gently without the knife. Now, the Chinese money plant, or Pilea peperomoides, is a plant from China. It's fairly common in the UK as a house plant, but it can be tricky to get hold of. It requires good light, and you water it basically once a week with a light feed, maybe once a month through the spring and summer, and in the winter you just keep it frost free in a bright position, not in full sunlight during the summer, but in a bright position, and don't let it go below 12 degrees in the winter months, and obviously reduce the watering in the winter, otherwise the roots will rot. So anyway, I'm working my way around this mother plant, carefully removing any of the little babies that have suckered from the roots below. Try and get a bit of root if you can, and I'm just putting these in a little saucer next to the mother plant. Once you have removed all of the little babies, the mother plant will benefit from a repot. Here you can see I've got quite a few, I think there's about 12 little babies. So the mother plant, we've not finished with her yet, so I've just mixed a bit of general purpose compost, I've put a little bit of feed in there, and I'm going to repot the mother plant into a bigger pot, and it will start to grow and thrive again. This is our mother plant, which means that it's going to produce babies and we can propagate from it. So a slightly bigger pot, you can see it's got room to spread again. We've removed all the little ones. Fill around it, make sure you've broken all the lumps up and you've mixed that feed in well, and just give it a bit of space to recuperate after we've removed those babies, and give it a good tap to settle that compost down, and we'll give that a water afterwards and it'll be as good as new. Nice bright position, not full sunlight. We'll water it in and it will start to grow and produce babies again. So we can always produce little plants, either to give as gifts or as to sell. Now I've got a 12 cell here, a little cell tray with 12 cells in it. It looks a bit dirty because I've already put the compost in it. To test I've got enough to fill up before I did the video, so I'm not just potting into dirty horrible trays. Use a clean one, and I'm filling up. I've put a bit of perlite in with the compost mix just to open it up a little bit so it's not so heavy, and I'm striking it off with the board there just to level it off. What I'll do next is I'll get my dibber. I hope you can all see this okay, and I'm going to make a little hole and start to insert the cuttings, or the little rooted babies that we've got, into these cells. And the reason I'm putting them into cell trays is so I'm not wasting loads of compost. So they can go in here, and eventually these will be watered and put in a propagator. It's a bit fiddly and they are brittle, so take your time when you're doing it. But yeah, I'll have 12 little baby Chinese money plants here. And what I might do is give them away as birthday presents, or maybe try and sell them online. But equally, it's lovely just to grow stuff, isn't it? And if you've got that gift and that zest for having a go at stuff, it's really rewarding when you've got one big plant that's produced some babies and you are able to produce lots more little plants from one. I've always enjoyed it, and I've been doing plant propagation for over 30 years now. So yeah, all I'm going to do is insert these little cuttings in, making sure that the roots are covered, and after that I will give them a water, and these little plants will probably go in a propagator, maybe not in bright light, but a little bit of partial light, somewhere warm where they're not going to dry out. What we need to do is get these little cuttings, these little offsets, to produce good roots, and then these can be repotted and grown on into mature plants later. Last one going in now. Some have got more roots on than others. Not all of these will survive, but hopefully the majority of them will. And that's basically it. They're all in now. They're going to have a drink. You can see the mother plant and the babies there. And thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. See you all soon.